soldierbyblood.com. Go to soldierbyblood.com for more info.
What's up, Witty World? Science and 93 Pipeline, Floyd Board, St. Louis. You know what it is. I love my city. We got it going on. Plus, we grind every day. Got them Cardinals. We even got the blue, block to block, corner to corner. You know how we do it. Grind every day. That's what it is. I call it home. Floyd Boy, I miss you, drop. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. 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 St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. From the city where the good die young, where it's easy to catch a slug in a hood play dumb, where it's easy to catch a case anytime, any place, and the real can't relate to all the hate and the fake. How much money can I make? How much money do you make? Every hood, every block, then paid their dues, then made the news, then gave some family the blues. Don't get it confused, my city rates the best when it's due. You don't have a clue, somebody might just give it to you. When all is due, the only thing that's promised to you is that the stew and the money making habitat. What you want, I'm where it's at. If you got the dough, I'll show you what a product is. Stories never told, cases still cold, trials never close, cause the jury gets froze and the law about itself. Still no justice for us, it's like the wild, wild west. Yeah, St. Louis, St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. Showtime, Garcia, my city needs some action. They say that I can't make it, I might be show me. Savage in up off our village, Billikens representatives. No matter what you're doing, under the yards they make some haters. Get around, ass brother. If you got it, I'll come get it. And if you got a problem, you can come pay me a visit. Family made a bell found downtown of West County. It's money all around us. Out of town is coming find us in the club. Hey, popping after 3 a.m. And if you ain't ready to turn it in, cross that bridge, but the party never ends. Till sunrise come again. Out of town to see your friends. And Seattle's all in. Jackers be like towies, sometimes they can't ignore it. You're sleeping and should be working. It's like you're asking for it. Cause man, it get crazy. Weather make people shady. So I hustle daily. This how my city raised. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home.
Yeah. No, not yet, not yet.
Oh, that was
Oh man, welcome back to another episode of the Philosophy Show. We are back. We are here with the council. I am the Don. Same.
Green Girl.
And Daddy Rich will not be with us today. He is dealing with some pain right now, man. All prayers up to you, brother. Hope you get back to full health soon. The council gonna miss you today, but that is all right, man. We gonna carry on and make it happen. We don't have a guest this week, but you know what, man? We gonna be the guest this week.
There's enough personality in this room. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine.
I think we'll be great, man. First of all, I wanted to talk about, before we get started, talk about what we did this weekend. How was everybody weekend? How was your weekend, Green Girl?
It was very busy. I was at the cannabis car show on Riverview with the elitist group and the elite home growers. Shout out to those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was a Yeah, how was that?
We had the booty shorts and versus the sundresses event.
I had my booty shorts on yesterday. Definitely did.
Hey, and NLP, it was Never Legal Promotion and a Soldier by Blood collab, man. It's always good when two people that's actually doing kind of the same thing or in the same lane can come together and throw an event, and it ain't no bullshit.
I like that. I love that. That's what we talk about all the time. Everybody making space for one another. No bullshit, no hating. Everybody ego to the side, because that's how you prosper. That's how you grow. So that was beautiful.
Yes, appreciate it too. Show, and they motherfucking showed out.
Who won? Booty shorts or sundresses?
Man, I'm trying to think who did win. I think it was I don't know. Well, I say this. Shout out to Bricks Montana, because she was team booty shorts. And if you know Bricks Montana, this is no lie, it ain't nothing. If you ain't seen her, she got ass. So she changed like 3 times in the booty short situation. And then,
Okay.
You know, we had a witness of somebody seeing something happening in slow motion. So, I think that was Team Booty. I think Team Booty Shorts won on that note. But the sundresses, there was some nice sundresses in there too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice, man.
Y'all cracking me up.
Well, that's from a man's point of view. Now,
I
as far as the entertainment.
When we get down to the entertainment. When we get through looking at you all.
As far as the entertainment, there was some hard people in there, man. I forgot who won between Centuria and Nix.
I don't know. I walked out.
I think Nix won. Yeah, Nix won. So, I mean, y'all can go look on Soldier by Blood television or Soldier by Blood on Facebook.
It was
and y'all
tight.
can see who won, man. It was a dope event. I'm going to be putting some info in the messenger, man, because y'all some dope queens, man. That shit was hard. Man. But
No, that song is funny to me because my bestie, shout out to my bestie at the Armour. Go shop with her shop online. But my bestie, when we first off, she had to tell me that she was my best friend because if y'all know anything about me, I just be floating through this life. So if I see you, whatever. But she would make all my ringtones booty songs and think that shit is funny. So like, let's say you looking for your phone and I gotta help you find it, and then it play ass songs. So like, they used to piss me off looking for some shit. Booty, rocking that. Where bitch, you rude as hell. Yeah.
Hell nah.
Yeah. So just imagine if she with her husband in my phone with who the fuck is that? That's just my best friend. This nigga ain't believing that shit. This a game. You playing. You
Right.
Stressful.
It's all good. That's how it goes sometimes, man. St. Floyd.
My weekend was good. And crazy too, shit. But it all plans out.
It all
Pans out, you know.
Okay.
It is. I was at the event last night, so you know how that went.
What you think about the event?
It's boo, rock it head with. Nah, you know.
See.
As a whole.
See.
It was all women there though.
It was all women event, and they held it down, you know.
That's good.
Sundresses, you know, they held it down. And entertainment wise, shit. I'm an artist myself. They held it down.
Yeah, they killed it. And I was DJing the whole time. Or I don't want to call it DJ. I don't know what it's called, but I'm not a DJ. But that's what I was. I was a substitute DJ.
I mean, that still counts. That's going on your resume. Like, I'm not on the radio, but you can't tell me that shit. I work a podcast, whatever. I'm out here. I did it. I'm a broadcaster. Thank you. Carry on.
Carry on, please. Carry on. I just don't want to disrespect nobody. That's all.
You're gonna take yours where you can get it.
Hey, you right about
There's a lot of people out here that swear they rappers, and we know they not.
Ooh, we gonna be talking about that too.
No, you're not.
It's gonna be a little at the end of the show, but it's I got a question about that. All right, man. I guess everybody had a decent weekend.
Yeah, very productive. Now tonight, I'm gonna be at too much sauce because there is going to be a sundress slow jam. So y'all know I'm gonna set up a sundress slow jam. So come get your little groove on, have a good time, get some wings, holler at me, grab a snack, make your night right, so you can float into Monday a little bit better, a little bit easier.
What time?
I believe it starts at about, I want to say 8.
Oh, okay.
But then I'd have to look. So I'll look again and update y'all at the end of the show.
Cool. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead, man. I think last week we talked about, believing yes. So if y'all want to check that out, go ahead and check us out on YouTube, Soldier by Blood Television, or check us out on Facebook, The Philosophy Show, man. Spelled with F-E-E at the end with a $sign. Because all you got to do is pay your undivided attention, and you might learn something, motherfucker.
Yep.
You just might. This week, man, like I said, we gonna be the guest today. So I'm a pro. Y'all can stick me a little bit. I'm gonna stick y'all a little bit. I got some questions, man, and I think this question was asked to me probably like 6-7 months ago. You know what I'm saying? We just brought it to my attention, so I'm gonna ask y'all the question. Let's start with you, Green Girl. Describe who you are without the use of gender, age, or race.
Okay. I'm a very motivated person who started their own business, who wants to format their life according to how they feel it should be as opposed to the rules and regulations that have been set that are not really rules and regulations but standards that were set for everybody. I am a loving person, a nurturing person. I'm a solid person. I'm someone that is open to learning and someone that reciprocates.
All right.
That's about it.
Hey, that's very detailed. Same Floyd.
I don't look nice, but I'm nice.
I think that's the St. Louis thing, Floyd.
You know, I'm polite, well mannered, quiet, but outspoken.
Perfectly, but imperfect.
I'm loving,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind, I'm compassionate, I'm balanced. I'm motivated. I'm inspired. I'm living. I don't know if that sounds weird to
Live
you.
it.
I'm living.
I'm
No, that does
living.
make sense.
I'm living.
Mm.
You know, I'm special.
Yeah.
Take this want how they want it. I'm special. Shit. I'm humble. And now I'm ambitious. I'm also gentle. I'm strong. I go on.
I know that's right.
On and on and on and on. You want to keep going?
Science said you asked me a question, so I am going to give you full details.
Give it to me. Hey. All right.
I'm intelligent. People don't know I'm sexy too.
I know that's right. If y'all didn't know, by the way. Damn! Sexual chocolate.
All right.
I'm stop.
Stop it right there.
Yeah.
You forgot to put in there humble.
That was in the beginning.
Okay.
That was like number 4. Alright, so easy, what about you?
How would I describe? I'm gonna keep it short. I'm definitely I'm highly favored. I'm a person who like to bring stuff to the table, and I like other people. It's like I compare myself to a candle. Like you can light hella candles with one candle, and it won't take away from that candle. That's what I like.
I love that.
You know,
That's a great description.
man.
That's a great description. I love that.
Well worded.
Yeah. So that really is what I like. That's what embodies me. And when that person asked me that, you know what I'm saying, it just made me think, like, because I can be honest, and I want to, some people, and this can go both ways, father, mother. If you were only measured by being a father, just how other people, not you thinking father, other people, like the baby, the mothers, or the fathers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just talk like me. Baby mama, baby daddy, if they was the one, or when the kids get a certain age and don't think of you as how they used to think of you when you was 6, when they was 6, that'll, you know what I'm saying? If you measuring yourself by how people are reacting to that, that will crush you.
That is true, because everybody's opinion of your parents don't really be valid.
Man. So you have to, and I'm speaking on my behalf, because I really did cater my life after being a good father. Like, if she was telling me I wasn't doing the right shit, even if I was, and I probably didn't know if I was or not, I would always try to keep doing better, like, and motherfuckers still don't measure up to what, you know what I'm saying?
I can relate to that, 1,000%.
So that what broke that kind of, and that happened hella long ago. But when they asked me that kind of, what you call it, triggered, let me know that I did grow within that, because, you know, people, what's the first one of the top things they think about with black men? They use that. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of, to me, dudes who get hit with child support, because I got hit with child support, and the first thing I thought was, oh, they finna fuck up my job. It wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? I could go to work and pay child support and still take care of my kids. That was for that one. I ain't gonna say it's like that all the time, but it wasn't shit. But the first thing some people do is stop working. Like, why would you?
Because that's the mindset that was placed. It's the same mindset that said, you can get these food stamps, here they go, but you can't have no man in the house.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But then, if you dig a little deeper, that can also change. You got lesbians now that's having kids. You go tell them that 2 women can't be in the house raising kids together? Is that what you're gonna do? What if it was a house full of family? Because that's the economically smart thing to do. You're gonna tell me that all these people can't live here and everybody work together, but we still couldn't possibly struggle? You know, sometimes these bills really do outweigh life. That's why that's why this is all one big ass business. And people do have a tendency to try to base things off of how you're viewed as a parent, because it goes the same way with mothers. If you're a mother that's trying to hustle, you're not looked at as a good mother. You looked at as a bad mother, unless what you're hustling is something that they want. Let it be something different.
Right.
A hustle is a hustle.
True.
If I went out and I knew I could sell lingerie and sex toys, that don't make me a bad parent, because I could still go out and do that.
Right.
That just means I got to be careful about what my child is around. But you got to do that anyway.
That's period.
So what difference did it make? You know, we nitpicking over things that aren't even that relevant.
Right.
Whole time you got priests and pastors and so on and so forth sleeping with y'all's kids, sodomizing y'all's kids, and putting them through all that trauma. But you worried about what these people over here doing to survive. All in the name of what we think of each other.
Right.
Who give a shit what you think?
For real.
Straight up. And that's why so many of us get into our 40s, and then it look like we kind of hardened a bit, but it's because, no, I wasted all this life trying to follow. Don't make the mistakes the last set made, but still do this and still live. You get to the point where now I got to set all the boundaries. Don't nobody say nothing to me. Don't say shit. It don't matter. These are my boundaries. And that also limits you from growth as well. So it's like a double-edged sword. What you supposed to do?
Yeah. It's what you call it. It's kind of like what like some of these Stoics or these philosophers saying, like, be like water. It's kind of, I understand what it's saying, but it's kind of hard too, because you know if you have principles, you know it's that line of principles and seeing what's next. It's crazy, but it's life. That's the part of life, because like you said, if we trying to not do what our last generation do, Well, we're not in the same situations our last
Totally
generation
not.
in. It's
In the
different.
80s, $30,000, you was middle class. Life was good. You could afford to save to send your kid to college. Might had to get a little student loan. Didn't have to put your house up. But they ain't want that to go. Then I remember it feel like just yesterday, 2005, 2006. Rent could be $550 and you wasn't ducking bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can afford to take your kids to every paycheck. I can afford to take my kids to do something and still pay my bills and have a little money left over to be able to do what needs to be done. You can't do none of that.
Yeah, it's weird.
You can't do none of that. And then you're frowned upon if you stay with your parents, but you're frowned upon if you don't get out and go.
Right.
And then, let's say I do extend it to you for you to save your money. These young people is such a have now mentality. They don't think to save. They don't think to do these things. And the crazier part is they got more access to money than we ever had.
Man, for real.
They really have way more. You can ride share. If you can't get a job, baby, you can get you a car. And they got it now where you can sign up and they'll give you the car to do the shit.
Yep.
Ready-made job right there. You ain't got to worry about I ain't got to ride. You ain't got to worry about I ain't got to ride. I don't need a ride. It's a stranger that'll come pick me up and take me over. I don't need that.
That's crazy.
They got cryptocurrency. I'm scared of it because I don't know nothing about it. I don't and it take a lot of trust to be able to let somebody lead you in that too. And I just don't have it in me to trust people like that. But for the people that do it, you got it there for you. You can do it.
Yeah.
They know how to get to the money. They understand the NFTs. They understand all these things, yet they still don't save. They still, because they busy trying to live for today because they watched all of us not be able to live for today.
And it's just life, man. I didn't save when I was young, and I didn't have all this. It's just you're young. It's just like we are different people when we're young. Our body different. Everything is different. So we're not thinking that we're going to need, thinking about old shit. Like we're going to get old. I know I wasn't. I was barely thinking about dying. I ain't going to lie to you. It was really reaction. It was a lot of reacting, learning what the fuck going on.
That means you was trying to still build that emotional maturity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You going through, but your brain's still developing. A lot of people don't realize your brain don't stop developing until 25. Then it is fully formed. Now you are 1,000% responsible for your actions.
Yeah. And I be thinking, that's why I say I'm definitely highly favored, because when I look back at my life, the way I think right now, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It could have went, it could be a whole different situation, but I never wanted to be on no pure evil, devilish type shit. It just wasn't, I don't like doing bad shit to people. It's just not in me. Now, I ain't saying I ain't whooped nobody ass or stole no shit. I have. But I'm not doing it to my brother. I'm not trying to kill no motherfucker just for no reason, for real, except in the military. But that's a whole nother situation.
No, you were signed up for that, and then the whole thing with the military just amazes me. At 18, I am old enough to go out and kill and be in war. But at 18, I'm not old enough to drink, smoke. I'm old enough to go buy a house if I got money. I am old enough to do everything you want me to do except for the things that I choose to do on my own.
Yeah.
Every time. And your brain isn't fully developed. So with my brain not being fully developed, I'm still able and old enough to go out here and carry this shit out, whether I know what's right or wrong.
Hell yeah.
Crazy.
And the parents who before you, the same, they doing the same shit. So,
that's crazy to me.
But you bringing that up though. Just looking at how this is right now, as far as Trump and all this shit and the government, because that's what's ruling us. That's obvious now. I'm so seeing it's clearly as day.
I mean, I saw it before he even got up there with how he was berating the previous president and was allowed to do so and was not shut down then, because the way that they shut down anybody that spoke against that one, say something wrong about Agent Orange and see how quickly you was removed.
Oh.
how quickly they
saying.
acted. You know what I'm saying?
It's the something about it's getting
They've
fucked
taken
up.
it back to the 1950s, and it's very obvious, and it's
I don't
slowly
think it's
going.
getting taken back. It's getting turned into something totally. I get that part of it, but it's not gonna be nothing. It can't.
It's not gonna be the
like that.
same, but what they're
it's
doing
about
is
to be
they're
something.
removing so many protections that were meant for everyone, and they're including so much foolishness that have nothing to do with anything. And it is
It's to ram people like us up.
it's giving third
It's a
world country.
pendulum.
It's giving third world country what he
That's
claimed that
crazy.
other places were. You're making us what you were spouting. But that's been the biggest saying forever. We've all heard this before in our life. The main person screaming the loudest about some shit is the main person that it applies to. The dude that's the most worried about somebody, oh, they gay. That's the main one that's probably out there trying to get a hold of them. And we know that. And it's the same thing here.
Yeah.
The main one talking all the shit, the main one doing it.
And it's super, super obvious that he doing it. That's what's peculiar to me because you got this guy who obviously using Hitler type tactics. Obviously, it's no hiding it. If you look at his speeches, and I ain't saying he's going hell. I mean, if you know what I'm saying, you know what
I know,
I'm saying.
and they know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how is you running for office of America off you not going to jail? What the fuck is this coming
Because
to?
this is America, and this is the mockery that they've made of it, and it's not. But it's not just stuck with the government anymore. Now you see this is spread down to every piece of our culture. They're taking different laws and they're changing it. Now they're saying in Florida they will be teaching these kids that slaves learn trades and skills, and that they were so pleased. That's the same shit they did with the Native Americans, if I remember correctly. Ain't that what the fuck they claiming that Thanksgiving was?
Now let's talk about that. We all are from African descent, or am I?
Yeah. All
Okay.
It's some bullshit.
So let's discuss that. Let's discuss. I want to start with Saint Floyd because we just heard that, right? And she's correct. I just heard that today and the other day. In Florida, they want the children to believe that, because this is where the information came from. Some wacko scientist said that slavery actually helps African Americans.
I'm getting nothing.
So I want to talk to someone that is from African descent. What do you think about that when you hear that?
They've been saying shit helped us for years. So
Who is they? Let's be honest.
scientists.
Wait a minute. I don't think they know what is a scientist. Because
That motherfucker they hired with no scientist. That was a motherfucker that they hired to speak the same way
Man.
that they hired all these other people to speak. Think about it. They used to have scientists.
Bullshit.
They used to have scientists that used to literally practice on our bodies, but yet tell people with a straight face that we can handle pain different. No, motherfucker, you had a harder time hurting your own. Call it what it was.
right.
When you practice on cadavers, which is how they're supposed to be practiced on, not actual living fucking people,
Right.
you're not supposed. It ain't supposed to be different. Do you have a difference in the fucking guinea pigs and rats? Do you pick out a black rat and a white rat and decide the black rat can take a little more because the fur different color? The fuck? No, those don't be scientists. Them people, in my opinion, sometimes them motherfuckers have mental illnesses and we just act like they don't, and we let them be okay with it because they happen to be smart. I'm smart too, but ain't nobody running around telling me I'm a scientist.
Right. Right.
Okay, that's just their opinion to me. When they get done, if the shoe fit word, let's be scientists. Let's make it work. Let's get a group of y'all. Let's tie y'all up. Let's beat y'all. Let's rape y'all women, and let's see how do that help y'all.
Mm-hmm.
A
Right.
mess.
Do that sound like a method, don't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. Okay. These motherfuckers crazy. All right. So
Jesus.
I'm just saying, man, it's
Jesus.
2023 and they
Shit traumatized our people.
yeah.
And we still traumatized, and they know that. Because the same science lets you know that they do studies about us all the time. Black men have a higher rate of this, that, and the third being wrong with them and not saying anything and not responding to it. And y'all know that shit still keep going.
Yeah.
Black women have a higher risk of dying in the hospital and having kids because y'all don't give a fuck and y'all don't take care of us the same. And y'all know that shit and still keep going. So which science matters? Which part of the science is relevant?
Yeah, that science was bullshit.
It helped us. That shit'll never happen again.
Bro. Nah, ain't no science that said that. That's another man, another white person they done paid, or another person that they allowed to be white for the moment in this country because they do that. They done paid that motherfucker to say that.
That's the called the white privilege that motherfuckers be talking about.
Playing them silly ass games.
This one thing I always bring up about slavery and all this. I'm like, what did they really think was gonna happen? What was they gonna do with us? Like you don't want us to read, but you don't think we're gonna catch on to that. That's slow. We're around you. You don't want us to know nothing, but you teaching us everything. You got our women are in your kitchen cooking all the food, taking care of your kids, but you don't think. What was they thinking? How can you talk shit to somebody who's taking care of you and making you money? Even if you are not paying them or whatever the case may be, how can you think that they inferior when they doing what the fuck?
But they don't think that we're inferior, and that's the real truth. They don't. If you look at other countries, they tell the truth about who was here. They let y'all know about the Moors. Russia definitely does. Didn't stop motherfuckers from acting funny to blacks.
Yeah.
It didn't make y'all stop.
Jealousy, huh?
Yeah, because you know what it is. That's why you still go to Africa to take everything. And they done fucked up Africa so bad. It's so corrupt. Same with Haiti. They hate Haiti. Oh, they hate Haiti. Haiti's the shit. Y'all whoop their ass and put them out.
Damn.
That's why they still give them trouble. That's why they still give them hell. That's why they still take from them. That's why they treat them like shit. France hate they dirty ass draws, and Napoleon can still suck one. Because guess what? You didn't win, bitch. You lost.
They wreck time.
That's why they ain't scared of shit. And they hate that. They don't want to see that spread.
Have you met a Haitian?
No. But I've seen. And let me tell you, I take that back. I went to school with a Haitian. I take that back. And he was cool as fuck. Yeah. He was the coolest. He was quiet. Haitian. He was real slim. He was real quiet. Tweezy. Yeah, he wasn't scared of shit neither.
Yeah. I had one came over here. He dressed square as hell because he didn't know how to dress at first. Then he hung with my peoples, called him Noxus. Turned to a pure gangster pimp. I like, look at this. He straight did I guess he didn't change like his voice or nothing. He just dressed. I guess when he started dressing,
then they start realizing, well, wait a minute. Maybe we saw this wrong.
Like, okay, all right.
Nah, I love that Haitians don't have no fear. And like, what I think about is the parallel between Haitians to me and the fruit of Islam. How I always said if I ever got big in anything that I did in life, if I needed security, I'd go get the fruit. It would be the fruit or Haitians. I'm going to be protected. The fruit ain't finna let nothing happen to you. Yeah. And people don't think about it. Everybody that's a part of that, they wasn't all like just off the streets. A lot of them people came, men and women, came from being behind bars. You seen things, you knew things, and this is what helped you get to a better way. That means that fire is still inside of you. That's a great. They can protect me.
Yeah, true that. I'm with that. You heard it. I'm start with saying on this one.
What's up, Doc?
Let's say you just woke up one day and you was in a damn casket.
Oh no.
What would the first thing you would think?
What I do?
That's real talk.
What I do? I'm just gonna keep it 100. Straight up.
Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck did I do?
Green girl. That's right.
Cause nigga, why is you trying to kill me? Why I wasn't dead. Did y'all double check? I'm here. Man, I got a Kill Bill on my way out this shit.
Like, damn. That's real, though. That's real. He's straight. That's the birthday. Like, what? The fuck? Word, man. Alright. That's enough of that. I just had to see what y'all would do. What questioning.
I
Alright.
watch too much TV and shit to be.
That man, to be honest with you, that would be a fucked up situation.
I
for
watch
motherfucking
too
me.
much TV. This could go from Hangover to Kill Bill. Like I said, this shit could go either way. What?
Like,
Who?
Man.
Am I being protected right now? Did y'all have to hide me from some other shit, or what? Who was I around? What the fuck did I do that I'm here? I'm me. I'm great.
Wait a minute. It gotta be a joke. Let me out of this motherfucker died.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh.
Gotta
All
be
right.
kidding.
Man, that's fucked up. That would be the worst prank ever. That is grounds for squaring up. I ain't even about that, but we could fight
Nah,
right now.
I look at everybody who did like, y'all, watch your back.
Oh, I had to
Like,
back.
Man, that's a lot.
watch your back, goddamn, because that was a good one. All right, man.
Drink that again.
I didn't do that. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I ain't even do that to you.
All right. All right, I think that's good, man. We started that off with some good shit. Y'all got some questions, though? But we normally go to write out the book, but I ain't look up nothing for this one.
So, okay. Have y'all ever watched 90 Day Fiancé? I've never. Okay, so I just started watching it like a couple days ago, and apparently this has been coming on for years, so I'm a million years late.
Okay.
But when I tell you the frustration I have with fucking people, especially in here in America, everybody is not trying to run over here to take the shit you don't really have. And a lot of people out there trying to get somebody online with their meager living and think that these motherfuckers really want what you got. First off, you can't even secure love here.
Right.
So the shit that they family and friends be coming with, you can get scammed here.
Damn.
You can get played here. You ain't got to go way out there to get played. And some of them people act like these folks don't have family also that care about them. So the way that I skipped through a couple seasons, because the first season, okay, cool. I see what's happening here. Then I like to scroll through and look at stuff. And as I scroll through, I'm like, this looks real, not my speed. I need some different people of color around because it's too much of the same.
Oh.
Once I got down to seeing some other shit, I was like, oh, these people crazy. Now, this one big white girl was messing with a Moroccan, that's African. And her family told her, don't you try to take your butt out there because, everybody's customs and laws is different. Good kids get hurt all the time. The good kid part is where they don't be good, baby. They did something that was against the laws there. How you feel about it, that's your problem. Don't take your ass out there. She went out there and she all over the young man, and he steady telling her like we can't publicly be seen holding hands, kissing, hugging, all that. Then she got mad because he said, the women here, they cook. We don't eat fast food and junk food. The women here cook. She got offended like, oh, I'm fat, bitch. Yeah, you were. You knew that when you brought your ass out here. But it was her going against all the customs of Morocco and then getting mad because he was definitely not feeling her.
Yeah.
And so her family was acting like he wanted something. Like, why would he want anything from her?
Yeah.
His home life was great.
Yeah.
She the one that went out to Morocco on the bullshit. It wasn't like he came out there trying to take his shoes off and get comfortable. She went out there. And to me, it's just the audacity. Like, they're like, oh, he called you fat. I wouldn't want nobody like that. No, mama, tell her the fucking truth. You was right. She shouldn't have went out there because she's very much American. She don't know what she doing. She don't understand life. And you don't run shit.
Right.
And she had a kid. This is where my antennas go off. Because you have a child that you left to go be with some man who you ain't even respecting his customs.
And how old was she? How old was the child?
The child was like, it had to be like a 2 or 3 year old initially. And he left her alone and told her he ain't care about her. And she still took her ass back out there again. She wanted to get the visa that way. But you keep leaving your kid. Why is nobody calling this bitch a deadbeat mama? If it had been me, I'd have been every deadbeat under the book, wouldn't I? Leaving to go see some nigga in the DR that I don't know and left my baby with my mama now.
Yeah.
Oh, that pissed me off on that show. Americans do better. I just watched a man from Kansas City. Apparently this was the last season. He met this chick. She's an influencer in a whole nother country. Which means she doing her own thing. She's 37. She unmarried. He from here. He doing well. Well, he from Kansas City, Missouri. He doing well for himself or whatever. He Muslim. But you tried to make it seem he had that woman come out there and took her to his old family house that was all beat up and shit. And was like, I just want to see if she want me for me. Nigga, do you know how unfair that is for we talking for 2 years, and I don't know what you do, but you know I'm an influencer, and you know the shit I do, and you trying to see if I'm a gold digger. Bitch, you on my page, right? Am I missing something?
That sound like Eddie Griffin.
Then you had like a spiritual wedding with the spiritual union in Islam with her, because you ain't supposed to sleep with each other if you're not married, right?
Right.
But you want to get real married to her, but y'all not gonna get real married. So y'all spiritually married, right? Under Islam, you spiritually married, and you want to test her, but you want to make sure you were spiritually married. That way, if she passed your little funky ass test, you could fuck, right? Because that's what that really is about. Because you could still be in the same home with her. Y'all just gotta sleep in separate rooms. Y'all can't be together. Do you see the parallel that I see there? You wanted to make sure you did all that. But you did all that to make sure you could do whatever you wanted to do. But when you bring her here, you going to take her to some bullshit and be mad at her because she disappointed. Well, why don't you, you let me know who what you think of me. For 2 years, y'all been talking. You didn't even been out to where she at, and she ain't never seen nothing of yours. That's unfair. That's unfair. And first thing I noticed, he had real bad OCD. You control, and you like to control shit. And the young lady looks just like his ex-wife. And even has the same, the names are very similar. To the point where it's only like a letter difference.
Yeah, he a weirdo.
Nah, nigga, you like to control shit. Oh, I didn't like that at all. I ain't done watching it, but I just wanted y'all watch it because it's interesting as shit to me now. 90 Day Fiance, and it's about people that meet folks from other countries, and to get married, somebody has to come to somebody's country and get the visa, and you got 90 days to get the motherfucking marriage, or they gotta go back home.
Yeah, they on some.
But
That's crazy.
And it's too many Americans feeling like these people are coming from other countries that want to get over on them, where the reality is this is nothing but a scam ass country in itself. The fucking nerve of you, because if we're being real, the whole world is paradise. People come over here thinking that we have paradise, and we go everywhere else thinking that it's paradise. So all of Earth is paradise. Who the fuck are you to feel like everybody that's coming in here trying to get something from you? What do y'all have? You get everything from everywhere else.
True.
Your jewelry, your food, your cars, your fucking clothes, your likes, your dislikes, the hair, the fingernails, every fucking thing you get from somebody else and somewhere else. And them the motherfuckers doing it. You got the nerve to tell them you think they want something from you. Shame on us. Fucking shame on us.
Tell them. Tell they ass. Shit. I don't be giving fuck.
Damn! We weird. It's weird out here.
But that's just like when we talking about. That's a good thing to jump in relationships, man. That seems like that's back in a certain time to now. Relationships has totally changed.
Yes.
It's not even like I'm pretty sure that what you talking about, because when you was like 90 Day Fiance, I didn't even catch on to what you was meaning by that, but basically they're trying to get a visa over here or over there.
They trying to marry someone or they ready to be with that person. But you know, you got to be a U.S. citizen to do anything. The same way if you go to another country, you got to be a citizen of that country.
So they trying to get married
to be able to stay. So let's say you meet somebody. Let's say you go out to China. You stationed in China, right? But you about to come back, and you want to bring your wife back, but she's now technically a foreigner, and y'all got to get married. But you ain't get married over there because you're not a citizen over there. When you get over here, she got 90 days for y'all to get married, for her to be able to stay and be a citizen of this country. Racket, big ass racket.
Yeah.
But it go both ways because you would have to also become a citizen of her country. The thing is, it feels like it's a little more flexible to become a citizen of another person's country than it is to become a citizen here. And they got all these rules and regulations over who can come over here. Like, it's a lot of those people that they were trying to get like a visa to be here for college or school. They couldn't get the education visa. They were denied it, but it didn't say what they were denied for. So when people hear you were denied, they just instantly think the words, oh, you must be. It could have been something stupid like the fucking copy of the ID wasn't clear enough. You know, it's so many things that are very, very complex and made to be complicated to where how do you turn your nose up at something like they were denied something? It wasn't like you don't know what they were denied for you to turn your nose up. And I saw a lot of that on that show. And it's like, I even seen a man, he met this lady from the Ukraine. She had a son. He had her come out there, and he had already been married 3 times. He had her come out there. His brother was like, I don't think that she loves you. Excuse me, you uprooted me and my son. What difference do it make what you think, sir? You not the one I came for. But when I get here, she looking at the food ain't right. You know what I'm saying? The food in America is much different. It's not really healthy. First thing she noticed. She didn't understand why he didn't have accommodations together for them because you knew I was coming with my child. Why is there nothing here? Why is there nothing put together? You know what I'm saying? They have a tendency to forget that these people, when they come over, they can't drive. They can't go get jobs because they got to have a visa for all of that. Or they got to have a license. So when you leave that person to go to work all fucking day, you leaving them alone. Right. That ain't fair. But if you took your ass to another country, first thing Americans do, oh, they didn't have anything that I'm familiar with to eat. Oh, there was no one that could speak English to help me. You know what I'm saying? Selfish. Selfish as shit.
Yeah, that's why I don't be watching this shit.
Oh, I was so mad at us as Americans, baby, let me tell you.
I think my queen, she be watching this one show. It's like people who don't even know each other, meet each other, and supposed to get married. It's like
I've heard of a show like that, and I was like, y'all, we doing too much. We doing a lot of social experiments, and the social experimentation can stop now.
But everybody doing it. I mean, it's all.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
I'm like, and they be having all these. I'm like, motherfucker, I done been in probably 4 long-term like relationships in my life, and all of them be different. Some shit is the same, but all of them be different. you don't. Some people do the same shit and it don't even mean the same thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like you gotta be. Relationships is just the experience.
And it's work. And people have to understand, if you're not prepared to work, then maybe you should continue to be alone.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I don't know about nobody else's age, but I don't care about being 41. But at 41, dating for me is a lot different because I'm dating to get married.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not dating to hang around you niggas. I don't care. I don't.
Right.
I absolutely don't have time. I'm dating for something substantial. I'm dating to create a very comfortable ending for me.
Mm-hmm.
And at this age, if that ain't what you want, you need to really step down. Step down and step to the side. Because you're not going to like how quickly I move on.
Man.
Like, literally. 5 o'clock today. All right, now, buddy. All right, now. I got work to do.
Say, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Say, what you got to say about that, man? We got some words.
Yeah, just don't live in the past. Once you get that age, you know, my age, I can speak in terms of that. I sure ain't got no time for the if ands, because it is work. And people that don't know, relationships is work. And if you don't want it to work, if you don't know how to work, you ain't gonna be able to have something that works out. So, you gotta understand your job, make sure it's safe, and be.
He said, make sure it's safe.
Make it safe.
Don't get hurt now.
Oh, man.
It's work, bro. It's work.
But the way y'all make it, like, I do understand because you know what, I was mad at the R&B songs back in the day. They made it seem like love was all you had to do is stick with it and turn around. No, motherfucker. No.
Then you grew up and really started listening to them lyrics after you hear about what they was really doing behind the scenes. You was like, this nasty motherfucker. Nah, you wasn't working.
Hard work.
Nah, it ain't gonna be hard all the time, but it's still work.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta mesh your personalities. You gotta mesh your habits. You gotta be able to understand each other's groove. If my day is an off day, you know, are you gonna be the type of person that's gonna be in my fucking face the whole time, knowing that that's annoying, or are you gonna give me a little space? You know, do you understand what sits where? If shit fall one way, do you know how to bounce back? Do you got that hustle in you? If something happened to me, are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna be all right to function? What happens? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that shit's important, and you can't just wait on, well, we'll see when we get there. Every situation ain't a we'll see when we get there situation.
Right. Yeah. I got a question. Like, have anybody experienced, like, let's say you do get in a relationship. Have you gotten in a relationship where you kind of just got comfortable to where, like, you just got, I don't know how to really explain it, but you just got comfortable. Have you ever been comfortable in a relationship?
I have not had the luxury of being comfortable in a relationship.
That's crazy.
I feel like I've always had to be head on swivel. And I don't mean like they're doing something sneaky. That's not it. Because I'm a very dominant female, if I feel like your survival don't match my survival and I see it in real time, I really don't want to waste your time any longer because I'm going to lose respect. And once you lose respect, then that trickles down into other things, and I don't ever want to disrespect no man. So I have yet to have that comfort.
Same, Floyd?
Nah, I haven't. You know, honestly, I don't know. I can't say why. Shit, it is what it is.
That's crazy.
I know it's a feeling that I guess for me that I know I get when you comfortable. When it's just not, you know. I can't say the first love is comfortable because it was the first love. You know, everybody, yeah, we gonna be together forever. Nah, hell nah. You know, that's not that shit. Don't
Right.
turn shit don't go your way. Shit don't never pan out. You know, prepare for the unexpected when it comes to love. That's how I can tell people. Prepare yourself for the unexpected when it comes to that shit.
That's
Because
real.
I'm living proof with shit. I never intended for things to be the way they are. You know, never intended. You know, it's always a figure eight somewhere. You know, so at the same time, bro, just gotta keep on going and pushing. That's all it's about.
Yeah,
You know, push.
that's crazy.
Have you been comfortable?
Boy, when I think about that, I have been naively comfortable, and it always bit me in my ass. So yeah, but I have not since the first, like basically what you said, like the first, I say the first. I ain't gonna say she was my first love though, but it was the first girl I dated in high school. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, I wasn't trying to fuck her or none of that shit. It was like I was, you know, we was together. It was used to go over a crib and all type of shit, and met her family, all that. Used to be over her crib with her peoples. Valentine's Day, I done overboarded it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'm walking through the school with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So give it to her, and I'm guessing my people saw how what I was on and took me to the side. Was like, and it was a female. Just was in 8th grade with her, and she was like, you know, she playing you, right? And I'm like, with who? And she told me who it was, and you know, the person who was telling me, I knew she wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? So I think, man, I'm telling you this story. I know I was a beast, but I saw them two talking. They was like in the hallway, pretty much flirting, doing what they, you know what I'm saying? So I had walked up like I was walking up to him. Dude went his way. It wasn't no scary shit. He just, you know, cause he was fucking. He had a gal at the school. You know what I'm saying? So
I like these kids. They wild as shit.
yeah, he go that way. I walk up. She walk up to me. So she's coming toward me. I'm like, yeah, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Da. And she came back like, who told you? And her and old girl was cool, but they was together a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I wasn't gonna tell her who told. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, who told? I'm like, nah, I just knew. And she was like, and just blah blah blah. But that was the first time. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have took that as well, I look like a sucker.
First time little mama
You
got
know what
caught.
I'm saying? Right. Right. But it's a couple of times, man. My thing with that, man, is when it comes to love and when it comes to relationships, if you can't allow yourself to be comfortable in that relationship, then it might not be, you shouldn't be in a relationship.
Yep.
Because you got to give, me personally, I feel, I'm not saying you give everybody your trust, but you give them the chance to prove it. And not in no manipulating way. Just like if you want to be in a relationship and be who you are, be who you are.
Yeah.
Be the fuck who you are. And if they ain't going to like it, I mean, give them a chance to grow into it a little bit, because I know sometimes, you know, you got to get used to motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
Dude.
you got to get, and I'd
She
rather a
growed
person
on me.
be upfront with me, with everything, and then we can grow, because I don't think I'm perfect. I don't think anybody in this world is perfect, but depending on, like you say, the end game of this situation, we can motherfucking live with it. We can do some shit.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we understand each other, you know, or see it. But I'm at the point where I can tell if I don't like certain shit. Certain shit I just don't
Just
like.
off the rip, you can just be like, oh, nah, shit, this ain't even gonna work out. I
Right.
can tell you right now, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, and it's good sex and all.
Ain't gonna
Because
work.
I get, people be thinking just because the sex good, motherfuckers just accept anything. No.
Oh my God. Okay, let me just say, that's another thing I noticed. People, they go out that country and get that good sex that one time, boy, they come back. No, you gotta come here. No, we gotta get married. No, ma'am. It does not. It does not. That was the weekend. Relax. Calm down.
Oh, man. So, but I think, man, it's all about what we really want. Because being single to me is not bad either. If that's what, you know what I'm saying? Because it can work. It can work so many ways.
A lot of time to focus on your own development. Now, if you single and you ain't trying to learn shit and you just, it's what. Okay, then that means you gonna be stuck there until you find somebody that's stuck there with you. And let's be clear, it's somebody for everybody. It's just what people fail to understand is you can't be a ABC and want to be with a DEF. It don't work like that. And that's where it be like, well, what you looking for, what you want? Because I'm over here on this, and if you ain't on this, that right there automatically knocks you out the box.
Mm-hmm.
You can't want to go get the most popular dude and then be mad because he outside. You can't go get the baddest bitch and be mad because niggas want her because she the baddest bitch. It don't work like that. Just doesn't.
That go. What's up, Daddy Rich?
Hey.
What's up, dog?
We right on time, man. We up here grooving too. What he got? He say, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Corinthians 13, 4 and 5. Okay, Daddy Rich. Let me, I want to put this out, man, because, you know, I think this is straight saying it, too, a little bit. Because we were talking about it earlier. So, yesterday we had the event.
Mm-hmm.
It was thrown by NLP, Soldier by Blood, a collabo.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just like this stuff that I've learned, just being in places, and then if your energy, you have to be cognizant of your energy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yours.
Yes.
Because you are going to protrude out things. People are listening to you. People are looking at you. You know, you got to be cognizant of that. You can't, if you feel in a certain type of way, you kind of can't feel that type of way, or you can't show that you feel that type of way. I can't say you can't feel that type of way.
You got to adjust that energy. We talk about that a lot. Adjust your energy before you come to people, because if that energy ain't good, that's going to be a huge reflection of what's really going to be portrayed.
Yes. So, amongst this energy, I'm DJing. I'm pretty much getting the music together and all this. And I'm also coordinating. I'm also doing a whole lot of other stuff, making sure, you know, doing event planning shit. So while I'm doing all of these things at once, I'm also keeping tabs on the host. So me as an individual, this host kept saying, shout out to the DJ. She kept saying me as the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't saying my name.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't saying, you know, blah, blah, blah. And the only reason I remember this is because she kept doing it. Now, if she did it once or twice, I probably wouldn't trip
no
off.
way.
But I mean, she kept doing it, like kept doing it. So while I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm definitely taking notes, but I'm not tripping off of it because I have to be cognizant of my energy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm handling my business, but at the same time, it's like I go back, I take this mental thought, and I be like, why would somebody as a host disrespect somebody like that continuously and not even catch up to it? And it's like either they did it on purpose, you know what I'm saying, or they don't give a fuck. And if you don't give a fuck, why you hosting? You know what I'm saying? So things like that needs to be kind of, to me, like some people would think that it'd be something little, which it would be little, because I wouldn't even brought it up if this wasn't a philosophy show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just about your energy and understanding that, and how, what if I'm the person who throwing this show, what if shouldn't you think about that?
Yeah, but a lot of people,
you know what I'm saying?
a lot of people don't. They worried about them. Was she nervous?
My thing is, I really don't know, and it's not really, I can't speak on none of that.
Right, because you don't have.
Yeah, and it's not my thing. My thing is it happened. And as a vision person, and somebody that's tripping off vibes and energy, I caught that.
And what can we do to fix it?
Well, what was it? That's all it is. I need to know, what was that?
I've been in that position.
It ain't even about, I don't have no, so like some people think, just like I brought it up, some people would think that I have a problem with, it's not a problem. It's something, it's like a web. Like if you got webs and you got energy, that was a tingle. It ain't necessarily I got to trip off of it, but maybe I do.
It was a little observation, so now we got to keep our eyes open, make sure everything all good.
Yeah, those are type of things that I would say would be a red flag for the future. Not necessarily you have to do something right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just asking, and I want some feedback. I want to know if you think I'm tripping. I want to know, am I tripping?
I wouldn't say you tripping, but I make observations like that a lot of places I go as well. Like I've been in many situations where I'm there. You know I'm there. Matter of fact, you asked me to be there, but I ain't heard not damn mention of my name since you've been on that mic, and then you wonder why I'm not coming back. I just know moving forward, if you come and you be like, well, hey, I got this, and you know what, I'm going to have to decline, but thank you.
Yeah.
And we leave it right there.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I'm glad. Same. I mean,
it's no issue, but I'm just saying if I'm a DJ or I got a name. It's just plain and simple. I have name representation.
Okay.
That's saying so I might want another gig. They ain't gonna come. Hey DJ.
Okay.
It's just representation.
All day.
Represent each other well. That's all. Same. That's what it is.
Cool. All right.
Hey.
We just talk. That's what we do on the Philosophy Show. We talk that real shit, man, because it be in real action. God damn it. Break real quick, and we gonna come back, and we gonna you got something for us?
I did actually have a couple of things that I had noticed in the cannabis world.
Okay. Well, let's go to a break real quick, and then we'll come right back.
Yes, because I got to find a charger so I don't lose it.
All right.
Yeah.
I was riding through the motherfucking loop. I'm on my shit, little bitch, I'm groovy. I got a bitch that call me daddy, and she keep me more than happy, living out my life like a movie. Stacking, big dog macking. I make chances, nigga, you capping. No entertainment, nigga, no acting. I hit the booth, bust a jug, we acting. You laughing, cause you a goofy. I get paid straight cash, all loosely. We independent, straight living, we Gucci. Gas pack rolled up like sushi. Like that jail. I've been chasing the finer things while rolling around strapped up. 6 shot off in my jacket, hoping nobody act up. I'm chasing this money, nigga, don't need no advance. Put that wop in my hand and watch me grow like a plant. Some shit they won't understand, but that's cool. Dream team, white tee, bucket hat, no juice, but I might slide on some gold just for the pressure. A young nigga going in and I can't let up.
I was riding through the motherfucking loop. Got a call from my motherfucking boo. Came out ass fat, wearing blue. Damn, I'm feeling all this thunder, Pikachu. Say she want her stomach done, her ass too. But these hating fuck niggas watching moves. I'ma get that shit done, little boo. Cause I keep this 30 on me, so we cool. I was riding through properly, getting domo so sloppily. Need a freak who got wild for me, off the chain like the dog will be. If you brother, then fuck with me. You believe in me, trust with me. You got static, it's up for me. Ain't no talking, don't fuck with me. Niggas talking out they guns, but it's cool, They just talking, they ain't touching, so we cool, fucking fool. Posting stack on the internet, baby mama ain't feeling that. Baby daddy back in town, dummy fool. I was riding through the motherfucking loop, and I was riding, getting head from a freak, yeah I'm true. I'm getting down, North Heads, yeah you know that be the team. North Heads, baby girl she gonna suck the da. Baby freak, and she know that I like. She know I like. Yeah I love the guns, baby. Please don't bite it. Please don't bite it. Why you riding fast, baby? Too excited. Yeah I like it. Hey man, yeah. All I'ma say is this: we done talking in motherfucking 2020. All you motherfuckers who didn't believe in this shit, who didn't believe in the dream team, who didn't believe in the North Head brand, fuck y'all niggas. And fuck y'all bitches too, motherfucker. And fuck your friend if they don't believe in it too. And motherfucker, fuck your mama. Yeah, I'm all for the black and proud, but if you ain't for the black and the proud, guess what? Fuck you too. You already know what it is. It's Danny motherfucking G, and I stand on everything. I love Martin Luther King way of life, but guess what? I had a dream that I was Malcolm X. Fuck y'all, we taking over for the 2020. North Head shit, dream team shit. Remember that.
Yeah. Let me see. Let's get us a mic check. See if we good.
Can you hear me? Am I loud enough?
What up, Doc?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah,
We
I
had some good shit. I hope they heard.
I hope you heard it, because it was good too, y'all. I was really putting in my best work.
Man.
Man.
God damn it. I know we heard a little bit of something.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, let me.
Well, you can hear my live shit.
Good. Okay. That's the old stuff too? That was before?
That was just it.
Or that's just now? Oh, okay.
10 minutes ago.
Cool.
Good.
We
good.
working it out.
You know how we do.
So, today, I had ran across an article about a Democratic senator who opposed the bill. They were trying to, the Senate was trying to get a bill going, again, for the war on drugs, that will require social media companies to report users to the DEA. because they're allegedly trying to crack down on fentanyl. Allegedly, because I ain't seen no fentanyl houses get busted down yet. I ain't heard of none of that shit.
What the fuck?
But this was what the bill was supposed to do. What it was supposed to, where your social media platforms are required to, they'll have a special section that monitors posts specifically for drug trafficking.
Okay.
And that particular senator said it would have definitely perpetuated the discriminatory consequences of the war on drugs by forcing social media and other technology companies to broadly surveil people in an effort to combat illicit drug sales and lead to meritless referrals to the DEA. Basically, we've done this dance before. Now y'all just want to add social media to it. The same social media that these people are having a whose dick is bigger contest and trying to MMA fight each other over.
Right.
And steal each other's ideas, maybe, allegedly. But all do the same thing.
Right.
And all, like, it's only discriminatory if it's against a certain demographic, but you let everything else fly. That set of people is who you want telling folks where the drugs at. Get out of here. We doing this again. So that was the first thing I saw, and then let me get to that other one, because that one was equally interesting. Let me get there. So the other one, it was the Senate trying to get a banking bill going, but they're not going to vote on it this summer. So what they were trying to do was, let me get down deep up in here. The panel will not be voting on this. It's a Secure and Fair Enforcement Banking Act that they were going to try to vote on before the 31st. And this takes too much to get down through. I looked at this way earlier. Blah, 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 blah. Ads, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to get to where it tells me more about what that act was. Oh my God, really? They want to expand the measure of social justice reforms and progressives and allow safe banking. Like, basically, you can't really do cannabis sales with a bank. They haven't figured that out on a federal level yet. But you have too many companies who are $1 million companies that need a bank that would service them on a higher level. Like, a lot of people don't realize in the cannabis industry, they don't get tax write-offs. There are no tax write-offs. Those people are paying every fucking tax. That's why it's so crucial to have the revenue to do this. Yeah. That's why that 10 grand, that's starting point, that ain't getting you far. It costs way more to get everything else going. So they're trying to figure out a way on a federal level where there is protections for cannabis businesses in banking, to where we can start being able to do our business legally through a banking system. Because we do what? We recognize the need for it. And guess what's failing right now? Banks. Money is depreciating. If it feels, don't it feel weird that I go put my money in a bank and sometimes I can get my money and it's available to me right away, and sometimes it's not? It's the bank's determination. But why is it the bank's determination? Because they, when something gets charged, they take it out immediately.
Yeah.
It's now I'm noticing that I'm having things that I might have paid for, a bill I might have paid for a few weeks ago, still pending. Why the fuck is it still pending? The money was there. And I don't see the money anymore. So how is it pending? So in my opinion, if you have this $1 billion industry and they can't legally put their money in these organizations unless they're big and at a certain number, why wouldn't you make it to where you write the laws to where they can also utilize banking services for their businesses? Because every cannabis business isn't touching flower. That's another thing. But you got to basically lie and say it's this, that, and the third, even though it's still directly linked to cannabis industry. Yeah. And that's not fair either. So they're not going to vote on it this summer, basically, and long story short. And they're trying to come up with ways to get this going. But
So they can't even bring it up, or they.
you know, they're not even gonna do it. They're not even gonna talk about it. They're not gonna deal with it right now. That's on the back burner until they play with the verbiage. Like always, everything is play with the verbiage when it comes to the cannabis industry. Any law that's written is play with the verbiage, because the verbiage is always loose to where one demographic can do whatever and all the other demographics kind of have to figure it out. It's always like that. It has never not been like that. We just always assume that the demographic that's affected the most is blacks. That's not even always the case.
What happened? So where they putting their money at now?
Yeah, be creative. You got to be creative with what you're saying. You got to be creative with how you're going about it, because like it's still farming technically. It's still agriculture technically. You got to be real. The same way they can play with terms, you can play with terms. You know, it's just it gets complicated, and that's how a lot of people that move quickly end up getting jammed up, because now it look like the IRS coming and look for something. What the fuck are you looking for? You all don't classify what I do anyway. How can you want a piece of something y'all don't care nothing about? You halfway care to criminalize it, only depending on who it is, and then you halfway turn a blind eye, but you still want the money.
Yeah.
You can't not want the production and still want the fruit. Come on, am I wrong in that? You can't.
You are correct.
That's how America been doing.
Sound like the fucking.
So I guess.
They always want the fruits.
Man.
But you can't plant the seed, but I want the damn fruit when the tree ready. Get the fuck out of here.
Nutty buddy, motherfucker.
So it's still there are some banks that do, but they're far and few between. Okay. And then 9 times out of 10, it ain't meant for no small business. They want you to have 30 to 50,000 ready to go in a bank. So I'll still be looking, but that just seems like you still holding your breath. Like, look at how long it's been legalized in all these other states. Like, it's been legalized for 20 years in California. Y'all still ain't figured that part out for the rest of the world? Because what are they doing over there? How are they managing and the rest of the world can't? Where are the dispensaries putting their money? You got to have some kind of bank.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, where they putting their money at?
You know, it's a mess. It's always a mess. I always think everything is a mess.
Shit. Make your own weed bank.
Yeah, but
Some dispensaries, they don't even take cards.
Some slick motherfucker gonna come up with something.
oh yeah, some dispensaries don't take cards because they're not supposed to. But then if they do it, they gotta. They're not supposed to. Every dispensary you go to is going to have an ATM in there because they're not supposed to take cards. But then you have some that will take a card, but they run it a certain way, and then they give you a little cash back at the end. Like, it's some bullshit in everything.
It's weird, bro.
Hey, don't that sound like one of them liquor stores with the check cash in place? Yeah, you can go ahead and do this, and I'm going to give you a little bit of change back so it don't look like. That's exactly what that shit is. It's ghetto here. But y'all want to act like y'all the sold the best, and it's hella ghetto. That's hella liquor store. That's hella bodega. That's hella check cash in place behavior.
Wow.
But it's super ghetto, and they made it ghetto like that. This is what they wanted. Third world country behavior.
Saying you ready, bro? Hold on, let me get you in the spotlight. There we go.
Oh.
Thank you for that too.
Yeah, for that information from Green Girl, letting us know about the BS. You know, ready or not. Same. What's up, Council?
What's
What
up?
Sane?
I see you, D. Rich. Today was unexpected, so I'm thankful he woke me up. In my heart, that was expected. Some things I have neglected. See, I got a reputation That's being me. The S, the A, the N, the E. Sometimes a nigga incomplete, but I'm so complete until I sleep. Saying like my people ran into concrete. See, I ain't no creature. They hate my features. And I'm going to practice what I preach because God made me a teacher. The definition of being me is being who you are, because who I am is not what you be. I had to hold my breath a minute, because sometimes we can die any second. It's so hectic in these streets. That's why I belong. H-O-M-E, because ain't no place like home, and my name ain't Dorothy. So I reside, and I won't resist. Hold my head up, and I hold my fist. I see this world done got a glitch, and it's sad I'm not rich. But I am, though. I speak these words like a freak, though. So many can't keep the tempo. But my heart beat, and sometimes it skip, though, like a rock, hard cock. And sometimes I knock, and I skip the ones that ain't right. I never get tongue-tied. Hold my head up, don't give a fuck in who God I trust, who we all should trust. Because in the end, he all got us. We know that. That's straight facts. And those who can't react will be the ones that subtract. You might as well call me an eclipse, because I block haters out. And I love the ones with sweet hips, because they got loose lips.
What just happened now?
Triple threat.
Wow.
He did that.
Wow. I be at home in the mirror practicing my same Floyd. Green girl. I'm gonna give it to y'all one day. You just wait.
I don't mean to chuckle about that. Sometimes I gotta just keep it real. Better yet, 100, 1,000. How many breaths do you have before you go? Moving fast or slow, hot, warm or cold. I'm just gonna tell y'all, my soul, it just won't mold. It's gonna live on. I'm gone.
I know that's right. He told y'all he was sexy. He told y'all he was humble. You got the, what you say, the sweet hips with the little sweat. I'm not. Oh, I'm not.
You like that one, huh? The one with the sweet hips got loose lips. Hey.
All right. Hey, we about to go ahead, man. I gotta ask this last question your life though, but it's really went back to like that first, what you said about rappers, like it's rappers and like scientists, like you said scientists, but you know what I'm saying?
But
So
what are we doing here?
right, where is the line between art and not art?
Oh God. Oh God.
Either one of y'all wanna?
Some of this shit. First of all, you gotta absorb some of the things that we are paying attention to. And we got a lot of people that we're calling artists, and we're not really listening to everything. Once you start making a reality show, but you didn't really make that reality show, it's an online reality show, and you're supposed to be about music, but I ain't never heard but one song, but I know all your personal fucking business, you, sir, are no longer an artist. I do not think that Blueface Boy is an artist. I think that nigga is a train wreck. I think that whole situation is a train wreck. I think it is terrifying. I feel bad for him.
Is that shit happening for real? Are they that tripping like that for real? Like
Yes.
fighting and
Yes,
drunk and baby mama?
yes,
is
and
pregnant?
asking the baby if he gay because you got strippers in the other room. Like, that's not art. That's just dumb shit, and it's appealing. It's appealing to the curiosity and the nosiness of humans. Humans will watch a bunch of bullshit go down. They watch slavery happen. They used to watch
Yeah, that was
lynchings. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't surprise me that people will watch bullshit. But I don't think of that person as an artist at all. You were someone that did what needed to be done to make you a little money, and now you're just doing more shit that need to be done to make you a little more money. You're not an artist. You know, we see a lot of this shit, and it has no heart, no soul. And I'm not supposed to tell you what your experience is, but I can definitely see bullshit when I can tell you bullshit when I see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn.
You know, that shit.
I thought that was some type of, I don't know what, I'm so attached from certain shit.
Well, you got to remember, we was around when reality TV first started.
Yeah.
So, that's the train. We were around when reality TV first started. We were the ones watching those shows. MTV had The Real World and The Road Rules and all this little bullshit. Mm-hmm. We were also the first set of people to watch those Love and Hip Hops and all that shit. Love and Hip Hop was really supposed to be about watching these women navigate through dating these artists and how they are treated behind the scenes. Just so happened that these niggas really lived up to what the fuck they were saying. Niggas was cheating on them, playing them, doing whatever. Stevie J came right out the gate with the bullshit. Out first episode, nigga walked out, stomped out on the bullshit, and we saw that.
Ratatouille.
And then you have some people that came from those shows like that are actually artists, but then you have so many that are not, and they're just fucking there to find a way to survive and make money. And you can't knock the hustle because it made them money.
Yeah, yeah.
But that didn't make that shit art either.
No. What you think, brother? What's the line between art and not art?
I mean, I don't mean to go far-fetched, but it's like simple. That's like right and wrong to me. Is people always try to put that fine line between right and wrong, and sometimes it ain't. It's not one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, art is art. Art is creativity. Art is looking at something and seeing something within something.
Mm-hmm.
That's art. Like our mind.
Mm-hmm.
And people that put art on a pedestal that ain't really art, it collapses quick. Art produces value, whether if it's spiritual or what we call it, something that's home to us. You know what I'm saying? So that's art. You know, I don't know what people be on, but as far as like a picture, I can call art something we try to explore. How does that? What is that? Just inside that damn brick. How they make that brick? That's the difference between art and creativity, man. Some of the art just lasts. It lasts. It lasts. Creativity lasts. It's brought to life. All of that. It just lasts. I don't know what some people be on. There's difference between science and art to me. A big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can find art within science.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's big difference.
I'm with both of y'all on that. I think the line is value.
Mm-hmm.
That's the line.
Yeah.
And if you, I wouldn't, the Blueface guy, I don't even, whatever
He's just an example.
Yeah, but obviously his music ain't art.
It's not. And it's clear as day.
So
I think I've only heard of one song that boy had.
Yeah.
And I don't even think the motherfucker was really on beat at any point. Like,
fucked up.
At any point. I mean, but we've had other rappers that wasn't on beat. Y'all know this.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't C Murder. He was on beat. Silk the Shocker was never on beat. My boy was never on beat. I was really, you know.
I never, He only got one verse I fuck with, I think.
And I mean, I got it, but he was like, back then I was a young girl, so I was like, well, he's so fine. That's
what happened.
That's it. That was all it was. He was just fine.
Just throw him in there and have him just say some shit.
He was family.
Get you some,
You knew he was there because he was family, and that's okay. That was all right. He was a part of classics either way.
He was.
But we knew that wasn't.
Nah.
That's okay.
And he like just come with a different, like, dude, why you put him on this track? Like
Wow.
Like, come on, man. But it just with radio, it was people defending this guy like he was the motherfucking rawest motherfucker out here, and I'm just like,
shit, I'm blame. They said Silk Shocker was hard too.
That's who I'm talking
That's what he
about.
talking about.
Shit. Oh,
And then,
talking
so like the
about.
first time I heard that Blueface, and I keep calling him a boy, that's a young man, but first time I heard him, I was like, oh, this is getting out of hand. Y'all just really don't care nothing about no kind of beat, no nothing. Is that how it usually go down?
Hey.
Rap sound like run on sentences.
It does. It truly does. It has been some things that I've heard. A lot of people have had to grow on me too, but they got some people out here that's hard. Like, I like this young lady called Flo Millie. She hard as fuck to me. Flo Millie is that girl. Like, everything she do, any style, she hard. Before Doja Cat got like for real big, I used to listen to all her underground shit. Cause she could take the corniest shit, but if you really listen to it, she said, bitch, what that girl just say? And she could talk about any topic. That just reminds me of how when we was growing up, Missy Elliott was like that.
Yeah.
And we respected her for, that.
Missy
It's not the same.
Missy Elliott, the GOAT.
These people aren't really making art. It don't, like you said, stand the test of time.
Manufactured music.
Everybody just trying to get the next shock value. I mean, and we could look at beyond rap. People didn't used to think Madonna was art. But she really fucking was. And then you get a new version of that in Lady Gaga. Whether people liked it or not, that's who the new version of that was. And she was super dramatic. But one thing about it, you knew she put on a fucking show that was real ass art you was watching. If you go back and listen to the lyrics, you can get deeper into it. We got so many people that make this shallow bullshit that's so simple that has no thought, no nothing, no substance.
And that is...
No
And that is almost the look of what we got going on in this
Macho Man Randy Savage.
today. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something.
Y'all know who I used to like that was wrestlers? It was brothers. They used to walk in like this. I used to like
The Bushwhackers.
That was crazy to me. I used to watch that
Bushwhackers,
shit.
Them was my boys too. They was gross as hell.
Yeah, they was. I used to be like, oh my God, this is a lot.
Hey,
But they ain't give a fuck. You fight them, you know it's okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
You won. Don't want that.
I remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan, man. Jake the Snake. These dudes was crazy. Junkyard Dog.
I remember that name, Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog. Like he was a straight junkyard dog.
Man, I
Ric
used to
Flair.
straight rock.
Yeah.
Cause he used to
Like,
come
look at
in
these
clean.
dudes.
I used to think, oh, he got money, don't he? I bet he can eat every cereal he like.
Her fluffy as a motherfucker. Like, what?
He looked like he was fun.
Look like money. All right, y'all. Hey, man, let's get on up out of here, man, and get this Sunday together. I'm glad y'all came in today. I'm glad I got
Yes.
to talk
What's
to
up?
y'all. Y'all got anything else to put out for this week? I know.
So come on out to the Sundress Slow Jam.
Mhm.
Oh God, y'all. Is it 57, 46, 52, 49? Look, Too Much Sauce Legacy. Get there. It's posted everywhere. I
You know
want
where
to
it's
say
at.
it's about 8 o'clock. That should be a good standing point, but definitely check my page. Also, it's a fight night next week, I believe, on Friday. I will be out in West County at Celine's. If you're trying to get anything for your fight night party, holla at your girl. Get with me. Get with me early. Don't waste time. Pay to play. Now, there's other events coming up. Please check my page. Please check the website. I got to get in the habit of telling y'all where I'm at because I'm starting to think that y'all forget. And I'm everywhere, so you all go to the wrong places.
Right. Bring y'all asses.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Same. Yeah, brought them back with that one.
What's up, though, y'all? Just be looking out for some new music coming out. You know what I'm saying? If Shane Floyd, y'all know what it is.
Yeah. Y'all make sure, man, tune in. We had our July festival. We got August 19 now. What Music Festival coming up? Make sure y'all come out 7116 South Broadway. It's going to be another collab with STL Roar and NLP. We're going to have vendors out here. We're going to have some food. We're going to have bouncy houses. We're going to do our thing. So bring your asses out. We're going to turn up at 7116 South Broadway, Louis Wood Production. And hopefully that upstairs be done by that time.
The upper room.
Woo! Yeah.
Let me see. We did that. Okay, we good. Let's get on up out of here. Start this Sunday off.
Hey.
We'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.
The council.
Yeah.
So next
Sitting here racing shit. I'm not mad at all. Thinking about relationships, whatever they're called. Knowing you a down ass chick. You know that shit hurt. Gotta get rid of it. You're making it worse. Time and time I've tried. Why should I stay around for the lies? Yeah. You tell me I ain't shit. You tell me I ain't shit when I know you ain't real. You calling that chick. You calling this chick. Wanna tell them how you feel. I'm here to match your energy. Now tell me again, are you feeling me? Something's on my mind. You know I'm not saying this ain't a toxic, complicated love, but don't you keep me waiting. Something's on my mind. You know I'm not playing. Just know that if you don't treat me right, boy, I promise I'm not staying. Missy, heart was on lock, you created the key. I needed you just like you needed me. We was compatible, shit was so natural. How could you pick up my heart and then leave? How could you give up? My feelings was real. Said it was war, so be ready to drill. Said you was hungry, I copped you a meal. When it came to your ops, I was willing to kill. Hopped in my whip, you was ready to ride. Didn't care if it's ice, I was ready to slide. This unbelief over, boo, I really needed you. Told me that you would be here by my side. Told you I'll always be ready to ride. You was my man, so I let you provide. And when I was tripping, you didn't get some flipping. You told me to let her swallow my pride. Guess that is over, we calling it quits. Guess the love that we had never exists. How you expect me to give up your kiss and your touch and forget all the times that we spent? Quiet has kept my heart cut up in pieces. You move my heart like a telekinesis. I swear that I miss you this fuck.